Welcome to Avalon State of the Arts, where we explore different components and dimensions of our school, Avalon School of the Arts, and its music counterpart, the Avalon Music Academy of Holland.
We're your hosts, Rich and Marie, and we look forward to sharing interesting topics about our school in a fun, easy-to-listen-to format.
Because my mom, who founded our school, taught me, if you're not having fun with this, then you're not doing it right. Well, hello, Marie.
Well, hi, Rich.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
Well, it is a rainy afternoon in Atlanta, Michigan, at the cabin where we are.
Yeah, it's our first remote recording for our podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So we thought it'd be fun to do a podcast up here, I guess, on location, as it are.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of big Bruins to get to today, with Recital weekend coming up for the dance department. Yes,
we've had a very busy couple of weeks. Last week, of course, being Picture Week, which went really well. Everybody's pictures look amazing. We're looking forward to getting those back from our photographer, Ryan Jackson. And with that behind us, of course, Picture Week goes hand in hand with handing out costumes, with everybody's costumes going home with them. And then that sets us up for the coming week, which is our dress rehearsals. So this year, the recital is held on June 5th and 6th at the brand new West Ottawa High School Performing Arts Center. And this is our 22nd annual recital this year. And it's really exciting that we're expanding into a larger auditorium to accommodate how much our dance department has grown and our dance program is growing. We have been at Holland Christian, of course, for the last 3 years since we did our 2 outdoor COVID recitals. And that has just been such a wonderful experience. The people at Holland Christian were so kind and accommodating to us, and we're just wonderful hosts for our recitals. But as we were kind of approaching a situation with 4 sold out shows, the need for a larger auditorium definitely has come into play, and we're just thrilled that West Ottawa had openings and was willing to take us in for our recitals this spring. So, and another nice benefit we have is that at Holland Christian, we had such a lovely technical team there with Sebastian Larson doing our lighting design and Justin Dreyer doing our sound, being our sound technician, and they're able to come with us over to West Ottawa to help us with the technical aspects of our show. So that's a big change this year, but it's a really exciting one and one that's going to serve us really well for years to come, hopefully. So with the change of venue, though, it always takes everybody a minute to get oriented to where we're going, where to park, what to do when you get into a new space. So it's really important that everybody understands the change in venue and where we are going. So we are going to be at the West Ottawa High School Performing Arts Center, which is different than the Harbor Lights, the West Ottawa Harbor Lights Performing Arts Center. That is the middle school auditorium. We are going to be at the high school auditorium. So it's really important that we use the correct address when we put that into our GPS. And that address is 3685 Butternut Drive, and that's on the north side of Holland, of course, 49424. If you put West Ottawa High School Performing Arts Center in your Google Maps, it should take you to the right place. But if you just make sure that the address is on Butternut Drive, you should be just fine, because whether you approach it from the north or south, you'll see on the side of the building it's printed very large Performing Arts Center. So it should be not terribly difficult to find if you're entering off of Butternut. And of course, that campus is really big. So if you just put West Ottawa High School into your GPS, it might take you to the south building, which of course is going to get you a little bit confused. So make sure it's West Ottawa High School Performing Arts Center that you're looking for on Butternut.
Yes, and there is a big parking lot there with room for everyone. And I guess I might also like to add that this is a special one for me, as my family and our family has had a long history at West Ottawa. My mom, Ruth Burkholder, who started the school with Marie 22 years ago now, she was an elementary music teacher at West Ottawa. And so, of course, I grew up there, went to West Ottawa, graduated from West Ottawa. And since then, both of our kids, Jack and Julia, have gone to West Ottawa also. And I like to stay as involved as I can with the school and help out whenever I can.
Yeah.
So what's on the to-do list this week as we approach recital weekend?
So this week is rehearsal week. We have 3 full days of rehearsal: Tuesday, May 26th, Wednesday, May 27th, and Thursday, May 28th. Now, that does not mean that every student has to come to each of and every one of those rehearsals, because most of our dancers take just one class per week. So that means they will attend one rehearsal and they will perform in one recital. The rehearsals themselves are all in the after school hours. So each day rehearsals start about 4 o'clock and we go until 8 or 8:30. And that doesn't mean, of course, that your child is there for 4.5 hours, because we break down that rehearsal schedule into hour-long chunks. So each student will report just like 10 minutes before their hour-long rehearsal block starts. And then usually that commitment is only about an hour, sometimes less if they go at the beginning of their rehearsal time.
Okay, so once families arrive at the building, what should they do?
Okay, so when families arrive for rehearsal, they're going to come right into that main auditorium lobby. It's just such a beautiful facility. I'm so excited for everybody to see it. I think they're going to walk in and just immediately be excited to be performing in such a beautiful space. But you're going to use those entrance doors right off the lobby that go into the back of the auditorium, walk right in and come just sit down. And I'm recommending people should plan to be at least 5 to 10 minutes arriving before their rehearsal block so they don't feel rushed, because as soon as we start to feel rushed, that nervousness and nervous energy can start to build, and we want to just keep rehearsal as calm as possible. So at the beginning of each rehearsal block, we always do a briefing for everyone full of announcements so they know what's going on and what to expect for the duration of that hour, and tell everybody where they should be going and when they need to go there. We have a lot of new families with us this year, lots of new preschool families, and we don't expect anybody to read our minds and know where to go and what to do if we haven't explicitly told them to do that, because this is a new experience for a lot of people. So really the goal is to just come in, sit down, and wait for instructions. And one other little note about that is that dancers should come in their costumes. If they took their costume pieces home, with them, they should arrive wearing them so that there's no downtime for needing to get dressed into costumes.
Okay, so how do families know what day and time they are scheduled to come to rehearsal?
So we sent out the full rehearsal schedule several weeks ago, and at this point, I would hope that every family knows when their child has to come to rehearse. It's been posted in the studio for weeks, and we did email it out. It's on the website. So there are 2 documents that we sent out. One is a daily schedule that is separated hourly and says which classes are meeting during that hour. But then there's another spreadsheet that's maybe a little more user-friendly, where you just go down and you find your child's class and you go straight across, and it lists what show they're in and then also what their rehearsal block is, the day and the time. So I will be resending all that information to everybody so that they have it handy, because it was sent out a little while ago. But you also can find that information a couple different ways if you don't have it right at your fingertips. One is by going to avalonschoolofthearts.com/recital, because we do have all of everything we've sent out. We also put on the website as well. And then another option is to go into your parent portal in Jackrabbit, and you can find all of the emails that have been sent to you through Jackrabbit in your parent portal. So if ever, and not just at rehearsal time, but anytime that you need information that you know we've already sent you, go into your parent portal, pull up your old emails, and it'll let you know.
Great. And I think it's good to know and important to know this is a mandatory rehearsal.
Yes, absolutely. It is mandatory. It is very important to have time for anyone who's going on stage to be oriented into a new space before they actually have to perform there. The dancers need to rehearse their blocking and to know how to enter and to exit stage. And when dancers don't have an opportunity to rehearse and get comfortable in a space, they can experience stage fright, or anxiety and get disoriented on stage because the stage lights are quite bright and it's a very different space than they're used to dancing in than the studios at Avalon. So rehearsal is very crucial for getting children to feel comfortable and to perform with confidence and to set them up for success. And furthermore, it's also important for parents as well, so that they know where to go on recital day, how to drop their child off, where they're going. When any of those factors are unknown or unpracticed, it can add to maybe some anxiety or some feelings on the day that they are nervous or anything like that. And we really, really want it to be a relaxed and enjoyable experience.
Yeah, so it's just like I tell our music students that repetition is important. And, not only the repetition of running through your dances, which is really important, but also the repetition of getting there and, knowing how long it's going to take, all of those sorts of things, drive times, parking times,
yes,
all
exactly.
of that is really important as well.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so you touched on this before, but what should dancers wear to the rehearsal?
So dancers who are coming to rehearsal need to arrive in their costume. It is a dress rehearsal, and we get questions about this every year. Parents asking if their child needs to wear their costume to dress rehearsal. Now, of course, we've been doing this a long time, so logically, in our minds, we say, of course, yes, it's a dress rehearsal, so you need to dress for it. But if you are not someone who has been involved in the performing arts or has ever done a dance recital before, that might not make sense to you, or it might not be clear or obvious. So a dress rehearsal is called a dress rehearsal because we dress in our costumes and we perform on stage as if it is a performance, so that we are practicing for the actual performance. So dancers do need to come wearing the correct color of tights. Usually it's pink or tan. And they need to be wearing their costume. They need to have their hair done in the style that has been decided for their costume. Part of the reason for that is partially aesthetics. We want everybody to look like they're ready for their performance, but it's also so we can look, as the teachers and the stage managers and all that, and see if there's anything that needs to be changed about their costume, any alterations that need to take place. And also a lot of parents want to take pictures during rehearsal, the rehearsal process or videos. And it's nice if everybody looks like they are performance ready for those pictures.
Exactly. And then let's be clear then, parents are allowed to take pictures and videos at the rehearsal, correct?
Yeah, definitely. They do need to be non-flash pictures during rehearsal. And parents can also take video. That is totally fine. We know that parents want to capture these moments. And rehearsal is the time to do that. During the actual recital performances on June 5th and 6th, this is not allowed because it's very distracting to the performers and it's distracting to the people around you in the audience. And we also do ask that if you do take a video at rehearsal, that you wait until after those performances of the recital, June 5th and 6th, to share them on social media. And that's just out of respect for the choreographers. I know it's exciting sometimes to get a video and want to share it right away, but the performance hasn't happened yet. So it's really more appropriate to wait until after the actual performance to share that. So, but on the actual day of recital, we do have a video of the whole recital that's available to purchase as a digital download after the recital, which is going to be wonderful quality. It's recorded with professional equipment. And we also have a wonderful photographer who's going to be capturing images of the kids while they're performing. But really, like we talk about this every year, another important reason we don't want everybody stuck behind their phones photographing and videotaping the performances is because the whole goal and philosophy that we bring to these recitals is that it's a celebration of all these kids have accomplished in a year, the growth in each student. And it's important that to really properly celebrate that we really just enjoy the moment, live in the moment with them and appreciate how hard they've worked while they are performing. And we want families to really just be present and to enjoy watching with their own eyes their loved ones performing, and let us do the hard work of capturing those memories to share. And I promise the quality will be better than what you can get on your phone as well.
Yeah, I guess to the details of that, when we did our initial dance ensemble rehearsal this past month there,
Yeah.
John Van Ossen, our contact at West Ottawa, has been so great to work with, and he is letting us use all of their multicam video recording that's there.
Yeah,
So
it's awesome.
it's going to be really wonderful. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, that's going to be a really nice feature this year.
What are some other details about Recital that people need to know about? Parents can stay and watch the rehearsals, of course, right?
Yes, we expect that parents will stay and watch, and the kids who are on stage do need to start to get used to what it's like to have an audience clap for them and react to them. And so we ask that everybody who is in the audience does stay in a seat and act like an audience. So no running around the auditorium for younger siblings. Everyone claps at the appropriate times. No eating is allowed in the auditorium. Just water bottles are allowed in there, but no food. And we try to give the kids a little taste about what that performance is actually going to be like. So it's not super surprising to them when they have, the lights and the people all in the auditorium for them while they are performing.
So what should families do when their child is done rehearsing?
So most families, after they're done rehearsing, will just leave, which is completely fine. But some families do like to stay and watch because that is a good way for kids to see from the audience perspective, other kids experiencing what they experience. And kids really like to watch other kids perform. So that's kind of a nice opportunity as well. Now at the recital, when we have our performances on the 5th and 6th, the kids don't watch each other perform from the audience. They sometimes will be able to see each other perform when they're standing in the wings waiting to go on. There is the live stream does link back to the dressing rooms, and we do have the live stream available for kids in the band and choir rooms where they're waiting to watch. But if they want to watch from the auditorium, that is the time to do it for sure. If they have friends who are rehearsing that same time as well, just staying to watch the other dancers is really kind of fun sometimes. So yeah, absolutely people are welcome to stay, but you can be in and out of there in half an hour to 45 minutes, maybe an hour max. And that's kind of nice too.
Okay. If someone has signed up to be a backstage helper for their child's class, do they need to be present for rehearsal?
It is extremely helpful if the parents who sign up to help backstage are available at rehearsal as well, especially the parents of the preschoolers. So those would be like our 2-year-olds and our 3 and 4-year-old age group, because they do help to get the kids on and off of stage. So that's really helpful for the adults, so that they feel comfortable with what they're doing. But furthermore, even for the older kids where you're not going out on stage with them to help them find their spots, you're just going to go sit and watch from the front row. It's a nice opportunity for the children to see the adult that they're going to need to listen to and kind of be familiar with them, but also for the other parents to see who is going to help take care of their kids and be safe backstage. And so it's just beneficial to everybody if those parent helpers are present and in a leadership position there at rehearsal. Now, if for some reason you can't be there, but you are a parent volunteer, that we can adapt to that, but it is helpful if we know that ahead of time.
Okay. So what can families expect for the overall tone of rehearsal? For me, I always like to stress at rehearsals that it's just a relaxed attitude. There's going to be some parts that don't go as smoothly as others, but that's why we're here. We go back and do it again and get it right.
Absolutely. So we run a pretty tight ship as far as time management goes, and that's because we have to. In every hour-long block, we have 10 dances that need to rehearse, so we can't dilly-dally. So we're pretty down to business, but also lighthearted. We want the kids to have fun with it. We want them to be excited. We want them to feel good about their rehearsal so that when they come to perform, they're just looking for more of the same. So there's no reason anyone should walk into rehearsal already being stressed out or nervous. The teachers at Avalon do a really good job of making sure the children are prepared. They know their choreography. They're confident, they're knowing to smile. So they should be excited to go out on stage and to get to do everything that they've learned so well already. And another thing I like to mention to the adults is that your kids probably are feeling good about going into a rehearsal because they're excited. But sometimes when adults feel like there are unknown factors or they're nervous about it, that can kind of trickle down to the kids. So I just always encourage parents to try to relax. If there's things they aren't sure about or questions they have, please just ask them. We want to help you to enjoy it as well. It's not just for the kids, it's for the whole family to enjoy. And we really do want it to be a pleasant experience. And one thing Miss Tori always says to her dancers, especially in times when people are getting stressed or a little tense, is she reminds us that this is something we get to do. It's not an obligation. We don't have to do this. We are fortunate and privileged to be able to go on stage and perform. And we really should embrace it and enjoy it every time we get to do that. So we really hope everybody will have that attitude.
Yes, that it's a joyful experience all the way around.
Yeah. And especially like in the first couple years, whether a student is new to dance as a preschooler or an older beginner, those first few years of performing are really foundational to establishing a love and a passion for the performing arts, whether they continue to do it themselves or they are an audience member someday. It's just good for us to do this, and we really want everybody to enjoy it and have a great experience.
Great. Now, after rehearsals are done this week, are there regular dance classes until the recitals?
Yes, it's a little bit of a different schedule this year because all of our rehearsals are the week before. But Friday, the day after our third rehearsal, that's Friday, May 29th, we're back at the studio for class, and we go through Thursday, June 4th. And then we have our first night of recitals on the 5th. So kind of a normal-ish week of classes after rehearsals are done. And then we'll see you all on stage.
That's great. That was very comprehensive. And of course, if you have any questions, by all means, contact us.
Certainly. You can give us a call at 616-738-6495 or email us at info.avalonschoolofthearts@gmail.com, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Awesome. And we will look forward to seeing you at rehearsals and, of course, at the recitals.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Avalon offers dance classes, music lessons, and theater classes 6 days a week. With over 40 teachers, we have something for kids and adults and everyone in between. You can reach the dance and theater department at avalonschoolofthearts.com and the music department at avalonmusicacademyofholland.com. Where dreams begin is in that magical space within. When your heart and your mind and your soul intertwine in wonder, that's where dreams begin.